The film unfolds with the portrayal of Kelly, a high school student grappling with the challenges imposed by congenital pica illness, a condition that makes him the regular target of bullying. His unique affliction prompts him to ingest non-food items, subjecting him to mockery and scorn from his peers, who equate him with trash. Unfortunately, no one intervenes to shield Kelly from the relentless bullying, as Coach Gus, connected to one of the bullies, actively covers for their torment. This absence of support amplifies the concerns of Bernice, Kelly's worried mother, regarding her son's well-being and health. Bernice's life takes an unexpected turn when she encounters Flugger, a self-proclaimed powerful healer. Flugger demonstrates his extraordinary healing abilities by casually mending an elderly woman with a mere touch, leaving Bernice in awe of his seemingly supernatural powers. Driven by desperation, Bernice implores Flugger to assist her ailing son, a request to which he readily agrees. Despite a warning from Red Elk, a friend of Weatherman's, about potential consequences, Flugger persists in his determination to help. Flugger enters the world of Bernice and Kelly, seeking to alleviate the boys' suffering. However, his initial attempts at mending prove futile, leading Flugger to resort to unconventional methods involving illicit drugs and cigarettes. Despite losing consciousness due to the exertion, Flugger's session proves effective, with Kelly waking up and exhibiting signs of normalcy in his eating habits. Returning to school, Kelly confronts one of his tormentors, Reed, who had previously attempted to physically harm him. Reed is taken aback when the injuries he intended for Kelly are reflected back onto him, prompting a terrified retreat. In the aftermath, Coach Gus and the bullies accuse Kelly of abusing Reed after school, but Bernice stands firmly in defense of her son, Kelly, grappling with the revelation of his newfound ability to reflect injuries, shares the truth with Bernice. Initially skeptical, Bernice becomes a witness to Kelly's extraordinary skill, gradually shifting from doubt to belief. Ensuring that Kelly swears not to misuse his unique abilities and to keep them a closely guarded secret, Bernice attempts to navigate the complexities of her son's newfound powers. Invited to a bonfire party, Kelly accepts the offer, establishing a friendship with Dominique, his crush. However, conflict arises when Kelly discovers that his bullies are also invited to the party. Coach Gus intervenes to defuse the tension, yet Kelly opts to leave the party on his bike. The pursuing bullies, unaware of Kelly's abilities, attempt to harm him, only to find that all harm inflicted is reflected back onto them, resulting in the demise of one of the bullies. Terrified, the surviving bullies contact emergency services, setting in motion an inquiry by the police. Dominique challenges Kelly about his unique skills, leading to a legal investigation during which Kelly is found not guilty. Fueled by rage, the bullies concoct a scheme to further humiliate Kelly, resulting in a deadly prank that involves setting fire to Kelly's camper and trapping Bernice inside. The chain reaction leads to a gas line burst, causing a catastrophic explosion and flames. In the hospital, a distraught Kelly nibbles pieces of his bandage, symbolizing his emotional turmoil. Simultaneously, Sheriff Adler delves into the investigation of the fire, while the bullies, fearing legal repercussions, opt to relax and go swimming in the river to evade potential arrest. During the inquiry, Sheriff Adler takes Kelly to a temporary residence. A significant revelation surfaces as Kelly discovers the bullies swimming in the river after being separated from the sheriff. Thoroughly investigating their belongings, Kelly finds Tucker's shirt, a key piece of evidence in her pursuit of justice. A conflict ensues, resulting in Tucker drowning due to suffocation caused by Kelly's actions. The bullies, dismissing the situation as a mere joke, are unable to comprehend or assist Tucker in time. Emerging from hiding, Kelly ominously declares, "1 down, 2 to go." Choosing to spare Reed as he flees the scene, Kelly faces the arrival of Sheriff Adler, who compels her to leave. However, the dynamics shift dramatically when Red Elk reveals that Flugger bestowed his healing powers upon Kelly. Driven by a quest for justice, Kelly approaches Dominique at night, seeking her assistance in confronting the bullies responsible for her mother's tragic fate. The following day, Kelly and Dominique confront the surviving bullies, Tony and Nelson, breaking into the school during science class. Despite relentless pressure for a confession, the bullies remain defiant, keeping their secrets guarded. Tensions escalate as Tony, agitated, faces the consequences of having his headgear taken away by Kelly. Retaliating with acid, Tony's actions result in the harm reflecting back onto him. Tony's girlfriend, Sarah, adds to the chaos by kicking Kelly in the groin, only to experience the pain reverberating back onto her. Accusing Nelson of failing to save Tony, Kelly's confrontation with the bullies prompts Sheriff Adler's intervention. Nelson and Sarah, aware of Kelly's ability to project wounds onto attackers, strategize to defeat her. Sarah discloses knowledge of a shrub near Flugger's grave that harms Kelly, leading to a decision to acquire the plant and extract its fluids. The narrative intensifies as Kelly arrives on the field the next day, ready to confront Nelson after consuming part of his shirt. Nelson, armed with a fire extinguisher filled with fluids from the toxic plant, prepares for a showdown. Simultaneously, Kelly readies a power drill, using it to puncture herself before Nelson can deploy the extinguisher. The reflected wound back onto Nelson leaves both him and Gus shocked. In a desperate plea, Gus calls for Sheriff Adler's intervention. However, Dominique steps in, diverting Kelly's attention while Nelson sprays her with the plant, causing discomfort. Despite Kelly's slower recovery, Gus seizes Sheriff Adler's revolver, delivering a fatal shot to Kelly. In an unexpected turn of events, the gunfire simultaneously hits Nelson and Gus. Sheriff Adler implores Kelly to relinquish her abilities, emphasizing that they are not hers to possess. Kelly accedes to Adler's plea only when pressed by Dominique. The narrative reaches a pivotal moment as Adler and Red Elk gather at Flugger's tomb, initiating a ritual to strip Kelly of her healing powers. Officers arrive during the climax of the ritual, opening fire on Kelly. Tragically, the shots are reflected, hitting both Dominique and the officers. Distraught and desperate, Kelly attempts in vain to save Dominique. Consumed by grief, Kelly resorts to an extreme act, eating the weatherman's decaying heart, leading to her collapse. The concluding scene unfolds with an ambulance transporting the lifeless bodies of Kelly and Dominique. Unexpectedly, one of the corpse bags moves forward, revealing Dominique, now bearing a sinister grin, having acquired Kelly's healing powers. The film concludes with this chilling revelation, leaving the audience in suspense and pondering the potential consequences of Dominique wielding such extraordinary abilities.